Hello, and thank you for listening to the OSPT Alliance Technical Training teaser webcast. I am Philippe Martineau, President of the OSPT Alliance Board. Joining me today is Johan Urvois, Project Manager at FIME. The aim of today's webcast is to provide you with a short teaser of what people will learn when they sign up to the OSPT Alliance Technical Training Program. We appreciate that you might be unsure whether our training program is right for you. Therefore, before signing up, we encourage interested parties to listen to this webcast to get a flavor of the types of areas and technical details that are covered during the full two-day training session. With this in mind, OSPT Alliance has collaborated over the past year with testing specialist FIME to develop and launch a technical training program. The program will educate consultants on the benefits of OSPT Alliance's CIPURSE Open Standard to address the fields of security, ID, payment, access control, and transport. Today, FIME is the only training center accredited by OSPT Alliance to support all players of the ecosystem, be it transport authority, operators, manufacturers, system integrators, and app developers. Before I hand over to Johan to deliver the technical training teaser, I wanted to take a few moments to introduce OSPT Alliance, its role in the mobility as a service ecosystem, and its CIPURSE specification. So who is really the OSPT Alliance? It is a community that targets the future of mobility services across multiple verticals. These include transport, ticketing, access control, and payment. We believe in the benefits of global standards to deliver better security and seamless mobility services across all stakeholders of the value chain. And we achieve this through non-proprietary specifications that guarantees interoperability and multi-sourcing. All of this is possible because of the collaborative work between OSPT members. OSPT Alliance has 3 levels of memberships plus an evaluator category. Today we have over 85 members worldwide, representing a wide cross-section of the MaaS ecosystem. You can find out more about the membership levels and members' benefits on the OSPT Alliance website. We also have 3 established working groups which supports the technical, marketing, and certification related activities of the Alliance, all of them being fueled by members' contributions. Should you want to contribute to a particular topic, you're welcome to join any of the working groups. As for the CIPURSE standard itself, at the core of OSPT Alliance is the CIPURSE specification, a fully open, advanced platform to develop mobility services easily in collaboration with partners across the industry. Although its foundation began in transport, today the CIPURSE specification has applications far beyond transport, including ID, driving license, access control, and micropayments. CIPURSE is now powering a number of members' deployment and as such truly enabling the future of mobility services. CIPURSE is developed by the OSPT Alliance members. It is a specification written by the market for the market. It encourages fair competition between companies and promotes market-led innovations. It is built on industry-proven standards, including ISO 7816, AES 128, and ISO 14443-4, that are already adding trust to the world's most popular payment types. Last but not least, it is a fully form factor agnostic. CIPURSE supports media including contactless cards, mobile solutions, and wearables, whether you're utilizing a secure element or a host card emulation. So to spend a minute just looking at why the industry needs open standards, I'll start with saying that there is a need to access global markets. And with global markets comes the benefit of economy of scales, cost reduction, and then the sustainability, the quality the performances of the services. To this, you add privacy compliance, patent protections, and you end up having an interoperability set of services. Addition to the standards comes quite often innovation driven through the publication of open interfaces. In the end, it builds a future-proof specification, not linked to any particular company. That concludes with a virtual circle that, as you create more solutions through multiple suppliers, it drives a better competitive market with lower price as a result, and therefore a shorter time to market to deploy, which itself it creates a larger market and improved ROI for who operates the service. These are the benefits of the OSPT Alliance. This concludes the overall presentation of the OSPT Alliance itself, and I will now pass across to Johan to begin our technical training teaser.
Thank you, Philip. Before talking of the content of the training, just a few words about the training itself. So today's session is available for members and non-members of OSPT Alliance and can be delivered at the FIME headquarters near Paris or as a dedicated in-house session. This session will be of particular interest to transit and government agencies, system integrators, consultants, software developers, card and terminal manufacturers, service providers, and many other companies. The main objective for the attendees is to understand the objective of the Alliance and the benefits of CIPURSE to be ready to start CIPURSE project with a good understanding of the specification. After this presentation of OSPT Alliance and CIPURSE specification, let's go deeper with an overview of the main characteristics of CIPURSE Standard. CIPURSE covers different environments. As it is not always easy to know what is covered, we present you a few examples to describe different use cases in different environments. Time and location limited allows to verify the customer access right based on expiration data. This product type could be used by any access control, transport operators, or event ticketing like exhibition. Account-based ticketing is an identifier stored on the product to link the customer with its right store in the back office. This is useful for any access control, to manage a season pass, for public transport, or to access to a stadium. A store value with a high level of security can be used to manage any purse. CIPURSE Standard have not been written to answer only one use case, but can be used in many ecosystems, even for digital identity like ID cards or driving license, for example. One use case does not mean one card. A customer must be able to use the same card to take public transport, to access to a stadium and buy a sandwich at Alfheim, for example. That's why CIPURSE Standards have been designed to handle multi-applications. This also allows to save space and store more data on the card. As seen previously, all the use case does not have the same requirements in terms of type of data to store, size of data, security, and the ecosystem could also need a cheap solution or a complex solution or even both. Different solutions, but only one set of documentation. CIPURSE Standard define all the functionalities, and each profile under a subset of those functionalities. CIPURSE T cover all the functionality described in the specification, while CIPURSE Profile S support less functionalities than the T, and CIPURSE Profile L is a subset of the Profile S. This allows to manage a migration easily and to add new functionalities without the need to update all the system and without any impact on the customer. As the same set of specification is used by all the products, you can easily find the profile that fit your needs. Later, you will be able to add new functionalities and new offers to your customer. The ecosystem will be the same. As the SAM, the Secure Access module can handle all the profiles with the same commands, following only one set of specification. This simplifies the implementation and reduces the code size. For the operator, it's easy to introduce a new product. The interoperability of all those products is ensured by a certification process that we will explain later. How the data are stored to cover all the use case described. CIPURSE Standard is built on international standard like ISO 7816, which define files and directories. Each type of file is an answer to a specific requirement. CIPURSE supports binary files, linear and cyclic record files, and even specific files called value record to easily secure values. All files can be protected by a dedicated access control based on a secure communication to ensure the integrity and the confidentiality of the data. Applications from different environments are handled in specific directories called proximity system environment. Any operator should be sure that all the products he can find on the market are interoperable. They need to be sure that the product can manage all the data he wants to store. This is covered by the certification. It is the only way to verify and certify that the product follows the requirements of the specification and to ensure the interoperability with other CIPURSE products. A dedicated test plan has been established and is used by a test laboratory. OSPT Alliance certifies the product based on the report of the test laboratory. Once the product is certified, a certificate is published on OSPT website, and the product can be deployed using CIPURSE logo. To help during the development, during the personalization, during the profile definition, OSPT Alliance can provide a CIPURSE toolkit that contains a tool, CIPURSE Explorer, some samples which are certified, and a reader. All you need to play with CIPURSE products. CIPURSE Explorer tool provides a lot of functionalities for each step of your product. It helps to understand the technical features and allow you to exchange data with any CIPURSE product easily. After this overview of the main characteristics, let's go further in technical details of the specification. As said before, CIPURSE Standard is a set of specification. The main documents, at the center of the figure, the core specification are composed of two documents: Operation and Interface Specification, Cryptographic Protocol. This specification describes all the functionalities and the security mechanisms involved for all the products. A third document presents the proximity system environment. CIPURSE profiles are based on the core specifications and list the features supported and also the limitation, like the number of applications and files supported. But they do not add new features. On the right part of this figure, the specification dedicated to the terminal side is the SAM specification. It describes the management of the SAM itself. The last part on the left concerns the mobile device. The specification describes the specificities of this device, like the administration over the air, but it refers to the core specification for the functionalities. Few words on the profiles. The first one, on the smaller CIPURSE Profile L, also described as limited use ticket profile. Only one application is available, with a subset of functionalities and a file system reduced. It is mainly used for cheaper products. CIPURSE Profile S is a multi-applicative profile and offers more space to store data and more functionalities. CIPURSE Profile T includes all the functionalities described in the specification, like the consistent transaction mechanism. It is used for the more complex products. For each profile, the minimum number of applications, of files, and data supported is defined. So we have the assurance that the personalization that follows this limitation can be loaded on products from different suppliers. Interoperability is not only between CIPURSE products, but also regarding the market. For example, CIPURSE card can be able to communicate with terminals already used. CIPURSE standard is built on international standard, ISO 14443-4 protocol layer for the communication, and ISO 7816 for the APDU commands, and global platform. For the security, AES is used for the authentication and the data protection. Those standards are commonly used on the market. We briefly talk about the file supported, but not in detail, so let's do this now. Each file is an answer to a specific need. Access to the data inside the files depends on the file structure and on the command available. That's why different files are supported by CIPURSE. The first type is a binary file. It's like a blank page defined by its length, where you can read and write wherever you want. The second type is a linear record file. It's like a notebook and you can access directly to any page. Useful when you have to add regularly data. The third type is a cyclic record file. Same principle as the previous type of file, but only the last type files are kept. Useful to store logs, for example. And finally, the last type is defined by OSPT, called value record, and based on a record file to increase and decrease a value easily. Each file has dedicated access rights. Each access to a file, could be read or write, can be submitted to a specific access condition. Let's take an example. Reading the file number 1 can be done without authentication, while writing can be done only after authentication with key number 2. This allows a fine-tuning of the personalization. Writing data in a product using a contactless communication could be very complex. It is difficult to know if all data have been written. So if you add money on a card, you want to be sure the money is really on the card and not lost. If only one command is used to update the card, atomicity of a command ensures all the data are written or known. But if multiple commands are used, a specific mechanism called consistent transaction mechanism guarantees that all the data are written or known. A CIPURSE product can embed multiple CIPURSE applications from different environments: transport, access control, loyalty, identity, and many others. The terminal must be able to select easily and quickly the correct application, whatever the provider of the product. As the performances are very important, a mechanism allows the selection of the correct application very quickly. This mechanism is the proximity service environment, which organizes all the applications from the same ecosystem into a dedicated directory with a specific identifier, common for all the suppliers. This is the end of the overview of OSPT Alliance and CIPURSE Standard. We have more information and details to share with you. So if you are interested, you can contact OSPT Alliance or FIME for more details on CIPURSE Training. Thank you.
Thank you, Johan, and thank you everyone for listening to this webcast. To find out more or to book a training session, please visit the OSPT Alliance technical training page. Alternatively, if you have any questions, please contact the OSPT Alliance General Secretary, Mike Stroke.
And please don't forget that OSPT Alliance full members are eligible for a 15% discount on the training, and while affiliate members are eligible for a 10% discount on the full registration fee.